Hello, everyone, and welcome to Moementum Mondays. On these weekly series, every Monday, we invite one inspiring young man or woman to our show and talk to them about important topics, including investing, financial planning, and financial education. Many of our guests include fellow YouTubers and investors who I've followed on YouTube and enjoyed their contents. Without any further ado, let's get into it. All right, Ignas, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hello, my name is Ignas, I'm 29 years old, I live in Vilnius, Lithuania. It is in the Baltic region of Europe, one of the Baltic states. I'm working as a quality manager in a manufacturing plant of stainless steel indoor and outdoor kitchen furniture. But as Maxwell Lord says, life is good, but it can be better. So that is why I'm just trying to get better.
Tell us a little bit more about your YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel is Dandy Finance, and sometimes people read it as Daddy, but that is just wrong. I wanted to find a word for solid good to go with finance, and dandy seemed like a fitting one. The channel is mainly about stock market investing now. I started the channel on July 6th of 2020, and that was when I uploaded the first video. I got exactly 6 views that day, and they were likely all my own. And next day it was 0 views. At first I was talking about finances, savings, but unfortunately this didn't get much attention. That is when I noticed that stocks and investing topics gets many more views. So I focused on that and just kept doing it. I started the channel because I wanted to make a side hustle and earn income from a separate source besides the 9 to 5. By the end of 2019 I was looking for ways to make money on the side. That is when I got interested in investing. For example, let's take dividends. Just for owning the stock you are able to receive dividends or income from it for years and years. So I started investing in January of 2020. Unfortunately I realized that you actually need money to invest. So I was still looking for that side hustle. At the same time I was watching a lot of YouTube videos about picking stocks and investing. And then it occurred to me, other people are talking stocks and showing their investment portfolios. So maybe I could do the same, and when I start earning money from it, that would be my side hustle. It probably took me a month of planning, getting the first mic, learning to edit videos, trying out if everything works. But in July I filmed, edited and uploaded the first video. Wasn't much of a success at all, but I kept going and here we are now. Of course I have earned exactly $0 from YouTube so far, but I see progress in the numbers and that motivates to keep doing it. And hopefully one day it pays off.
That's fantastic. So what are some of the hobbies that you're most passionate about, Ignas?
For the longest time I was and still am very much interested in video games. I think my first gaming console was before I started school. It was with those yellow rectangle game cassettes. Of course video games got a lot more sophisticated through the years, they have immersive stories. I really liked Witcher 3 recently, also Mass Effect series a while back. It is like on one hand you are watching a movie, but on the other you also participate in it. It is not every day that you get to slay monsters for coin or be a commanding officer of a spaceship and try to save the galaxy. Another thing is lifting weights. By the age of 18 I was not happy with both my physical abilities and looks, so I decided to join a gym but got quickly discouraged. Everyone else seemed like they knew what they were doing, but of course I was a total newbie. So I started learning about working out at home. And my inspiration was Scooby's workshop, where he teaches exercises, form, but also nutrition. So I started working out consistently and saw change in appearance almost immediately. I think that gave me a lot of confidence going further. And when you know what you are doing, going to the gym doesn't sound like a bad idea anymore. Now my newest passion is investing, I guess that is why we're here. I bought my first stock by myself in January of 2020 and that was actually Uber. I believe that investing is a great way on building your wealth and increasing on passive income. But several months in I also realized that I could share this journey on YouTube and then hopefully I could get extra income that could again fund my investments back. It's interesting that YouTube is also kind of investing. If a video makes 1 view per day, then make 100 videos and you will be getting 100 views per day. Even better, YouTube is scalable. So with time maybe you will getting not 1 but 10 views per video per day. So with 100 videos that is already 1000 views. Now I'm not yet earning money with YouTube, but I really like the concept. And if this hobby, meaning YouTube, works out, then I plan to expand it into other topics I'm interested in. But that is for another time.
Thinking about the year 2021, what are some of the stocks and sectors that you're most excited about?
One would be e-commerce. I think the pandemic really accelerated the move from physical stores to online shopping, so everything is now available online. Marketing is also online, social media is a powerful place to be running ads. I think that even when we beat the illness and life goes back to normal or a new normal, we will still continue doing most of the things that we do now like it is, which is online. That is why I have some exposure in e-commerce. Another one, which is kind of a new one, is semiconductors. If the chip shortage is not dealt with, then many manufacturers from mobile phones like Apple and automakers like General Motors will suffer and likely not meet targets. But if there is help for supply, then I think the main benefactors will be semiconductor companies like AMD, Nvidia, Qualcomm and so on. And that is why I have a few positions in similar names. So back in April of 2020, the pandemic was still in full swing, the markets were really low, and it was my 4th month of investing. My portfolio was like 40% down. At that time there was a lot of buzz around oil tankers. It seemed like a very good idea to invest, not possible to lose. Then we also had the oil price going negative and I thought that this is now or never. So I doubled my portfolio with cash and put these new funds towards oil tankers. And that was a great mistake. Tankers went down quick and my portfolio went again to minus 40% in a matter of days. Looking back now, I understand that it was easily a case of FOMO, where I thought if everyone is making money, maybe I can too. But I was too late. It was a great lesson though, and I still hold tankers to this day. And I also recovered the losses in other places already.
Okay, tell me a little bit about your most favorite investing and finance book or resource, and why is that?
This one has to be The Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. By the end of 2019, I had some extra free time and read a few books on self-improvement and finances. I related very much with the protagonist of the book and took the ideas on financial education and building wealth to heart. The concept that your assets can cover all your expenses and more is so simple, yet somehow that is never I really thought through before. So if someone wanted to take a first step into getting more financially intelligent, I would strongly recommend reading the book. I think I may not know it just yet, but this book changed my life.
Do you have any final words of advice for our viewers and those pursuing financial education and financial freedom?
I want to emphasize on these three concepts that I think are really important. And these are learn, put into practice, and stay open-minded. So first one is learn. Read books, watch YouTube videos, ask advice, even professional if the capital is large enough. There is a lot of information out there and it is easy to reach. I can order a book and in 2 days it will be at my doorstep. I can go to YouTube and other people are breaking down all kinds of information for me to digest. So just take that first step in learning and it gets easier after a few. Second one is put into practice. It's possible to read 1,000 books, watch 1,000 videos and spend $1,000 on courses. But if you don't follow it through with practice, then it may be pointless. If I know the theory behind a perfect push-up, but I never did one myself, then how will I get stronger? I think going to practice is the best way to learn and improve. Even if there are some mistakes along the way, then be aware of it and get better from it. Last one is stay open-minded. I think we are all very biased. How does a typical search for a stock looks? What is a good stock to invest in? Stocks to buy right now. But that gives only one side of the coin. When you think that an investment is good, try to find arguments against it. Why is stock X a bad investment? Maybe in the end it turns out that the investment is actually really bad. So I would suggest always taking the extra time and figuring out both sides.
Thank you so much, Ignas, for joining this episode of Moementum Mondays. It's been a pleasure having you on this show.
This was fun, Mo. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for watching this episode of Moementum Mondays. I hope it was valuable to you and you learned something from it. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might benefit from the video as well. We've added the contact link to our invited guest to the description of the video, so be sure to check them out. And lastly, if you haven't done that already, please subscribe to Moementum channel. Here on Moementum, we post weekly various videos about the stock market investing, stock analysis, financial planning, and finances. Thank you, and I hope to see you next time.